Good morning. This is day 76 on my hike from Mexico to Canada along the Pacific Crest Trail. I am still in my tent. You can see I just kind of woke up. It is about 8 a.m. I did get up about an hour ago, but I was so tired last night and I was up till 11 hanging out with Taylor, having great conversation by the campfire, enjoying the stars. So I didn't fully finish editing the video from last night, so I finished that this morning. Just finished that now. But yeah, in a second here, I want to share this electrolyte thing. So this is what I'm talking about. They sell these in a lot of like gear stores and like REI type places. They're little tablets, maybe a centimeter thick and maybe like 3 or 4 centimeters wide, kind of a little bit bigger than a quarter. And they're good and convenient in theory. I've been kind of using them all trail. This is the third time this has happened. Inside, they've just hardened, and so it's like melted and hardened. So like, see, nothing comes out, and they're supposed to be tablets. So like, I have had no electrolytes now, and this is the third time this has happened. And there's another brand, it's like 2 letters, like GU or NU or something, I don't know. So stay away from these if you're doing anything with the extreme weather changing. It's so absurd that these are actually made for kind of being outdoors and being proactive, and that they do this. So they also, instead you can get like the individual packets that you tear open and pour it in. All right, it's a few minutes after 9. I just got moving. So last time I checked in this morning, I think it was around 8. It's a good example. Like, I was just doing stuff the whole time, packing up, stretching a little bit. It does take a while to set up and shut down camp. Went, number 2, kind of morning routine. Had to get my clothes all kind of swapped because I sleep in thermal, like merino wool. Switch into the day gear, get everything organized, packed up. It's a process, but definitely a later start today. So one of the hardest parts about a day like yesterday is, at least out here, getting up and having to do it all over again, right? Like, I did not sleep too great, per usual, and I'm, tired and just having to get out and of bed and do it all again is tough. It's definitely tough. I've got 40 miles, 40.3 to be exact, to get to Sonora Pass, which is not like a pass that you have to hike over. It's like one that you kind of come down into, at which point, or I should say it's one that you can exit into town, so I can hitch into Bridgeport from there. There's also a place called Kennedy Meadows North, but I don't think I want to go there. So I have limited food. I have 2 full dinners, and I have this like rice packet, which could be like a supplemental dinner, or like a hot lunch. But besides that, I only have pretty simple few things left. I definitely did not pack enough snacks, so if I can, I'd like to push more than half that today, so then I can try tomorrow to maybe push and get up early and get into town before it closes. We'll see, though. That's pretty aggressive. 1, it's a late start, and 2, I'm so beat up from yesterday. On that note, my knee, this is the first morning in, I don't know, probably over a week. Definitely over a week, probably about 9 or 10 days, that I woke up where my knee was not hurting the second I moved it, right? Which is a great sign. I mean, it already started hurting a little bit once I got moving, but that's good sign for improvement. My right Achilles is sore from yesterday. I think it's been handling a lot more extra weight because of how I've been walking and taking big steps up and down with my left knee. My right toes have been touching first, which puts a lot of stress on my Achilles, so that's been flaring up again. That's sore. Every step right now is a little sore, but hopefully and usually that will kind of warm up as the day goes on. So that's kind of the check-in. I'll check back in later, but last night was great. Had some really great conversations with Taylor and really enjoyed that evening after a really, really long, hard day. It was nice to have a fire and good company. So I will catch y'all in a bit on trail. This is day 76. See how it goes. I will add, my feet are really sore. I spent, during my conversation with Taylor last night, chilling. I spent a while massaging them with a massage cork ball that I have, and I'm sure that did some good. I'm unfortunately out of CBD oil and cream. I've pretty much been putting that on my ailments every night since my good friend Tucci and Wrightwood brought me some, and I wasn't able to buy any in these small little places I've been, so we'll see. But yeah, my feet are just really sore. Just like the bottoms of them, like some of the toes are just throbbing this morning. Feet felt swollen all night, so I tried to elevate them. I took my puffy down jacket, folded it up into one of the pockets, which is designed to do, and then use that to elevate them when I was sleeping. So yeah, I don't know how this day's gonna go. I really hope my body kind of falls into line and I can push on the mileage, but could be the total opposite. And to round out my morning monologue, here's the beautiful canyon valley that I camped in yesterday. It was actually one of my absolute favorite campsites, this whole trail. It was so cozy and really beautiful, and it was nice having that fire too. Well, naturally my knee is acting up more than it was yesterday even, so that didn't last long, but hopefully the ebbs and flows are a sign of some kind of healing and improvement. It's very peaceful and calm out here right now. I'm like kind of half sleepwalking again. I mean, this is, I don't know exactly, I'd have to count, but I think this is day 14 or 13 straight that I've been sleeping in my tent, and I just don't get good sleep. So that really adds up. Like, you just feel so out of it, and it's crazy because I'm so exhausted at night, and I'll fall asleep immediately or very quickly within minutes. Like, I fell asleep yesterday trying to edit my video. I was trying to stay awake and couldn't, but then I'll hear something rustling outside my tent and I'll wake up, and then I'll go back to sleep and it'll happen again. So eventually I started putting the earplugs halfway through, and that helped. But it's tough. It's really tough to be out here, like, not having recovered. Like, my body just wants, like, to hibernate right now, and instead I have to go hike another 20 miles. It appears this marmot is eating a wood chip. I did not know animals eat wood. I'm getting attacked by mosquitoes. Oh my gosh, I gotta go. I have my saying, one wrong step. Like, it's all it takes. The times I've sprained my ankle on trail or had some issues, like literally 30,000 plus steps a day, 4 to 6 months. You can do the math. It takes one wrong step to kind of take you entirely off trail. I have known multiple people who stepped wrong and something happened, had to come off trail. One poor guy who was such a good dude tripped and hit his face on a rock, and it was like pretty serious. I mean, there's the spectrum of something like that all the way to like a classic sprained ankle, right? And I'm a little worried about that today because I'm like extra tired. I'm just so out of it, and it's taking so much energy and focus just to like pay attention. And naturally, even on these small, rare, kind of flatter parts, there's rocks and stuff everywhere like this. So we'll see. But I am so tired right now, sleepy tired. Just had a nice stop at this creek to drink a liter of water. I'm still trying to carry as little water as possible, and to wash out my socks that were quite dirty from having stepped in, that slipped into that creek crossing yesterday. So it took a little time, but it's nice. It's a nice way to kind of start the day after only 1 mile in. At the moment, I think it's going to be most beneficial for me, as hard as it is to take, because I know the math, to take a 0 in a nice hotel somewhere. I have a room to myself. Because if you think about it, I don't even know the last time I had that, a bed to myself, because this is, I think, like 13 days since I left Bishop, where I spent 12 days in a hostel in a bed, but like, you know, it's not ideal. And then just not sleeping well out here so many nights in a row just really takes its wear and tear, and it leads to issues where your muscles aren't recovering as well when you're not sleeping properly, and nervous system is kind of weakened probably your immune system as well. Like, I think as hard as it is, because I'm just like still like sleepwalking out here and my body hurts, it's just achy and sore in a lot of places. 13 days in the wilderness, if you count, you know, Yosemite Valley campground as a wilderness, which kind of is, kind of isn't. There's like society going on there, but still not a bad, 13 days is a lot. And if you're not sleeping properly like me, it really starts to wear on you. And I'm feeling that today more than ever. So yeah, might be Bridgeport, I think the town is called. That might be where I have to go take a day off. Made it down into this valley. Nice to see a giant PCT sign. It's fairly uncommon. Wow, I'm gonna turn the camera to the right in a second. It's quite a view. It's a little blocked by the trees, but pretty nice. So this is kind of the process I botched yesterday, but the trail comes from right there, so it gets kind of over there, but there's nowhere to cross without getting wet, which sometimes I have gotten wet and just do it, but I've been trying to avoid it because it's a process. It takes time to put shoes, socks, everything on and off, and blisters if I leave them on. So like here, I've found this route and I'm gonna go through here. So like this would, should work out. Yesterday I just botched it, but usually I can find a pretty good path. Gonna drink a little water here and then grab a little bit to carry, because in the next mile and a half I have 1,000-foot elevation and gain, so it's gonna be very steep and it's hot. Almost coming up on midday here. I'm struggling so much again today. I just feel so fatigued and tired. Like almost, I've had this feeling to this degree before, but not for this long of a time. Like I'm almost 2 hours into hiking and I still feel like I'm a zombie. And it's really hard to do these, even like basic chores like filtering water was like draining me, and like having to go up the steep incline, I am like just beat right now. I'm undernourished. That one's my fault. Sleep deprived. I have a deficit of electrolytes. It is hot AF. I am so freaking fatigued and tired right now. And my plantar fascia on both feet, especially my left foot, are really hurting after yesterday. I think if I fell to the side here, I would fall asleep within 30 seconds. Like actually. My stomach is so hungry, but all I have is one kind bar to get me to 2 p.m. when I'll have my very simple lunch. Again, this is my fault. I was trying to save weight. And this is why I have to get 20 miles done today, because I do not have any more food except for today and tomorrow. 20 miles each. And then the electrolyte situation. So yeah, this is hard. Really hard. Well, it's about a mile down, just as steep as it was coming up. I've already slipped out twice with these damn shoes. Pretty cranky right now. This is not going well. I'm so over these steep climbs and descents. Like, it's so slow, terrible on your joints. Like, there's nothing fun remotely about this at all. And it's just been so many now. Like, I'm over it. I'm over it. Hopefully, when I get out of the stretch, I'll be kind of towards the end of this. Here's just yet another example where there's these absurd steps that are just so terrible for you, especially with weight on your back. And then a path that forms next to it, which is so much more natural and easy because nobody wants to walk that. The path literally runs the whole length of the stairs. Well, even though I'm only 5 or 6 miles in, I have to take a break. Like, shoes are off. Like, I'm about to put my feet up, massage them. My left plantar fascia is just killing me. Knees hurting a little bit. Everything I mentioned earlier, and I just climbed down after going up, and now I have to go back up 77 to 1,200 more feet over a short part. I mean, it's just, I see something. It's far away, but it's black and it's moving. One sec. Oh, I think it's just a person. I see like an arm. Yeah, I'm just getting my butt kicked. At the moment, I'm feeling slightly rejuvenated. I'm still so fatigued and tired, but I closed my eyes for literally 4 minutes and rested my feet for about 10 or 15. Hoping now I will be able to push through these next 2 miles with over 1,200 elevation increase. Well, gotta cross here. There's a tree I could do way over there, but it's just too dangerous and too tall, not worth it. So I just put my shoes back on. I gotta take them off again. God, today sucks. Feel awful. So hot out. Just drenched going up this. I'm so behind. It's past 1:30. Usually try to be halfway done, stop for lunch or 2. I'm nowhere near halfway, meaning like 10 miles. I'm like 7 and some change. This is just, oh my God. I am so unmotivated right now and exhausted. Brief, nice little flat part, and this is new on the sides. Almost looks like someone have their house in their backyard or something. Oh, I just ran into my friends Ophelia and Kevin, really nice couple from Switzerland, the French side, and also Taylor, who I was hanging out with yesterday. It is almost 3 o'clock. I still haven't stopped for lunch, but I really try to go get halfway through my day before I stop for lunch, just psychologically. I think even though I'm sub 10 miles right now and I've been going for 6 hours, it's because there's a lot of steep up and down, and I think the second half of the day should go quicker. So as much as I want to sit there and hang out with them by the little pond, the lake they were at, I'm gonna go 2 more miles to get to this thing called Dorothy Lake, and then sit there and have a late lunch, which some might even call an early dinner, but for me it's my late lunch. And then probably have to power through almost till after sunset again today. This has been a rough one. I just told them, because they said it's been a super hard couple days too, that this section sucks. And yeah, like honestly, I agree. I mean, think about where we're at in this hike too, like 800 to 1,000 mile range can be kind of tough. I've heard from people who've done a bunch of through hikes, and somebody shared that with me the other day, and like psychologically, but then also it's just been so hard, like everyone I surveyed, right? But yeah, I was saying to them, I literally yelled the F word earlier in the woods. Like that's how frustrated I was at one point. I don't think I've done that since some part in the desert, like probably like 50 days ago or something. So yeah, it's been one of those days. They totally get it, but that doesn't make it any better. Here's a nice little lake and pond. So I think those hardest climbs are behind me though, which I feel really good about that sense. At the moment, this is the first steps that my left plantar fascia isn't like really bothering me. So maybe things are looking up. I don't know, but I'll check in at lunch. I swear, like typically the body only processes pain in 1 or 2 places at a time. It's like there's all these places it wants to warn you need to stop, but it'll only triage for what's most pressing. And then as soon as that's healed, it starts telling you pain signals, basically saying stop using it for another thing. I actually had a discussion about that with Mike, who was one of the guys who gave me a hitch into Yosemite Valley. And like anecdotally, I've noticed this the whole trip. I've been thinking about it. I call it whack-a-mole. Like the pain is just constantly moving. Like my feet were like noticeably good for the last like week or two, which I even stated. And since pretty much when I stated that, now all of a sudden they're hurting again. But you know, my knee has been mostly okay today. Like, it hurts a little bit, and I feel it's definitely not fully healed, but it's not like excruciating pain. It's very manageable. But now all of a sudden my fascia are just hurting again, like enough to alter how I'm walking. There's been a good amount of down trees in this section too. I haven't filmed any of them, but good amount of trees you gotta climb over, under, or around. And this is Wilmer Lake. It's got kind of like Switzerland feel to me, but I will have to ask my Swiss friends if they agree. But it was nice just for a little stretch here to walk by the lake. And this is where I'm planning to take my lunch break. And then I'll have to work my way up towards Dorothy Lake Pass, which is the last named pass in the Sierras on the PCT, I believe. And that is a rejoiceful thought, because except for CV Pass yesterday, which was very beautiful canyon, very majestic, except for that part, these passes have had all the challenges of the big ones in the high Sierras, but not really the breathtaking views. And I'm just over it. So I just did 2 small passes today that weren't even named. Like these really steep stairs made out of stone, just bad for your joints. There's nothing fun about it. You're not hiking, you're climbing. Like I'm over it. So it's a very welcome sight. I'm gonna have to work my way up these next 8, 9, 10 miles, whatever it is, to get to, it's a gradual big increase, and I'll get the stats exactly, but to get to Dorothy Lake Pass. But I think after that, it's mostly downhill to get into Sonora Pass, which is not like one that you got to climb through. It's more low. And so that's why that I'm not counting as like a named pass. It's not one you have to climb up and into. And sorry, I'm looking for a spot to stop for lunch. And yeah, there I'll hitch into town. I'm probably gonna have to take a day off to do all my chores and rest my body. So I see the end in sight, but I really cut it close with calories and food. Honestly, I cut it way too short with calories. I cut it close with food, even just enough sustenance to get there. So I have to do 20 miles a day. Because I just don't have the food for it. And like, I talked to a few friends, of course, they'd be willing to share, but like, I gotta own my mistakes. Like, I wanted to push the envelope, I did. It was a mistake. I should have brought a few more snacks for each day, and I need to own that. So I'm quite hungry. I've been hungry all day. Thankfully, I'm gonna just have my light little lunch now because I don't have that much for it, and keep pushing along. The mosquitoes were so insane where I just tried to stop for lunch. I'm literally like didn't even pack up fully. Just trying to get away from them and find somewhere else. And I forgot my trekking poles. Thankfully, I realized it maybe only 200 feet away, but wow, this is not my day. I don't know if you can see, but I'm getting absolutely mauled by insects. I don't even know. Some of these things are way too loud to be mosquitoes. I think it might be like the horse flies or whatever. It's absurd. It's 4:15. Just got moving again. I'm gonna try to do about 9 more miles with about 15 feet elevation net gain. Some up and down, but that's way more gradual than a lot of these other passes have been. So, but I think just the sleep and nutrition are just crushing me right now. I mean, I have food, but it's not as much as I want. Like, I'm hungry. It's the first time it's happened to me all trail. I've always carried a little extra. I wanted to push the limits this time, and it's a good lesson learned. Like, I now know what it feels like to do this, and probably choose not to do it in the future, but it's okay. But I'm just so tired more than anything, and my body's aching. Just getting hit from all fronts today. I don't think I felt this just bad on a whole, as a whole, the entire trail, like all systems combined. Usually I'm listening to heavy metal, hard rock, rap to get me through when I need it. But right now, now that I was doing it for me, I'm actually listening to Beethoven's Symphony Number 9, and it's helping. Probably got like 3 to 4 miles left, depending on where I camp. Everything hurts. All systems are running on low. But it's a beautiful meadow. I was told it's called Grace Meadow. Haven't checked, but very nice scenery at least. Goes good with classical music too. Oh, took my camera out to show there's mosquitoes everywhere. Got bit. These stupid mosquitoes literally stalking me for like miles, and they're so aggressive, so I had to stop and put this protection on. They're the worst. I've been having the hardest 2 days of this trail, except for when I was so injured going to Idlewild, and one of my favorite people I've met on trail just popped up, Quinn. So really pumped to see him. Picked up my spirits a little bit, and sounds like we're trying to camp in the same spot. So anyways, check out this beautiful view of this valley. I'm not gonna say it makes it worthwhile. Today absolutely sucked, but at least it's a consolation prize. All right, we made it to Dorothy Lake. Just told Quinn, I don't know if I would have had it in me to push this last mile or two if I didn't see him. I don't know where else I would have gone though. This is what I was aiming for, but honestly, if every day was this hard, like how I feel, just so awful, like sleep deprived and 12 days in a row out here and just everything I mentioned earlier, I'd probably throw in the towel. And I'm not one to quit, like, period. So it's like death or victory mentality. But yeah, this has been absolutely rough 2 days. Cannot wait to get in my tent and just lay and be horizontal.
It's that horizontal life, man. All right.
Still some snow. This is gonna be home for the night. So glad to be with Quinn again and have this beautiful spot. Absolutely rough day, but painful. Good, nice ending though. Catch you all tomorrow. It's day 76. Brutal.